Ladies and gentlemen, workers and resources, Soviet Republic, People's Proletarian, Petroleum, Prefecture, 200 and... I forget it, 261 maybe. Cheers. It is the 20th of February. It was premature to set the citizen reaction to hard or great, because it did not go well. I was going to change that back, and then we can have a look at what actually happened. If we head back through, well, say that's enough. Yeah, we can look at the the actual population first and foremost. Did have a top there of 65,600, 700, and now we're down to 55,000, with the average productivity now at 75%. So it all takes a tumble, really, when I put it to great hard citizen reaction, and I have a feeling I know what it's down to, except for, or in addition to the regular stuff of the productivity death spiral, which just gets ridiculous at this point. I also have such an incredible crime spiral on my hands here, and I don't know how to get out of it, quite honestly. There is always a debugging menu and resetting the crime level, but now we're not quite there quite yet. But I now have 5 police stations in Utopia, and they're all completely full, busy, preoccupied with not solving many crimes really, but they have a lot on their to-do lists, let's say. Not that they do accomplish a whole lot, but they have a lot on their to-do lists, and I think I'm not going to get involved with their to-do lists anymore. Doesn't seem to help anything. I suppose we try medium citizen reaction and see what we get. Run it at high speed, because at this rate, at hard, we'd be a dead republic in not too long a time. And we'd not like to see that, would we? You know, citizens' happiness is too low. Yeah, but the crime rate is so ridiculous that it's just gone out of hand. For this little commune here that works as one residential building, they're up to 34% criminality. And they even have their own dedicated little police station. They have so many crimes. What the hell is going on here? And we can take out the overlay tool and have a look at where and what type of crimes are being committed. I mean, serious crimes. At the kindergarten, there has been 11 serious crimes. And that really, to me, looks like a dead body. Yes, so there's been 11 murders at the kindergarten, and 20 at the pub. And in each and every one of these residential buildings, the crime is completely out of control. Completely out of control. At the hotels, 8 murders per hotel, 6, 9, 5 at the restaurant. The people's study hall, though, is spared from serious crimes, and even all types of crimes, maybe. So, yeah, it's pretty much hopeless, is what it is. But up on Prison Mountain, it is of course even more hopeless, because here, whilst the people living here aren't actually that criminal. I mean, they are pretty criminal if you if you have a reasonable outlook. But if you look at relatively at the state of affairs, how it is elsewhere, then we're pretty good off here on Prison Mountain, actually. Pretty decently off anyway. I'm looking at overlay serious crimes. See what's what with that. Right. 11 murders at the bus stop. That's just lovely. No, that is quite awful. And the prisons aren't really doing their thing. They have such a small rehabilitation effect now for some reason that but I don't even know what to do here. That's probably due to that we don't have enough of the workers in them. Maybe a few more workers in them would maybe help. Also, we don't have enough workers in the orphanages, and we don't have enough anything anywhere. We do have workers waiting here, though, so we could be taking them up the mountain. But I've noticed a thing, and that is when there is when there is an end station here, I can't set this line to pick up people on the way up to the mountain. Nope, doesn't work that way, unfortunately. So we're going to have to do it differently. We're going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. Buy a few buses. We'll do, what the hell was that? 170%. Okay, we'll do a few of these, or rather, quite a lot of them. And if we take out the lines, and see if we can find that passenger line. It's supposed to be something with prison. Thing is maybe the line disappeared when I got rid of the last bus on it. Fine, we'll do a new line, that's okay. Sure, that can be the name of it. You start your journey right about here is where I started, and there you do only load, and you go up to here and unload. That's all you do. The platform is full of people seeking to pray, as usual. I hope that, but I don't think that it is hindering too many people from getting to school and getting to a shop and so on. It seems to be all right. No one is lacking in any needs up there. That's also a thing I'd like to point out about running when I'm running at hard or great citizen reaction is that I'm fulfilling people's needs, but it doesn't really do anything. It doesn't really help. They're just incredibly sad and grumpy and so very much prone to criminality that it's just hopeless at this point. But we'll bring a few more workers up there and see what's what about it. I did build another prison. I did. That's good. What's not so good about it is that it is not reached by any heater or heat exchanger. We have two here, and I'd like to move one, for example, but there is not a single place where I could fit it. I don't think, unfortunately. So I think that we'll have to get ourselves a little heating plant up here to deal with this heating plants, a small fuel heating plant, which we've had up here before, and now we're going to have it again. And preferably only take care of this prison, but not going to work that way. So I have to do it this way. Did you have like water and such connections, by the way, before? You do have... yes, you do have that. Very good. Well, at least up here on Prison Mountain, the police are actually keeping up, which is something. That really is something. Wait a minute. If I added that bus stop on the way back before the end station, then maybe they would pick up people. They ought to. Right. Unload and load. Or workers, please. There. And then maybe we don't need those extra buses going as well. Here, you. We don't need you, maybe. Maybe you should follow a bus and see that it actually works before getting rid of all of those other nice buses that we just bought on the line. Ah! Or, well, it's not capitalized, so it's I guess. Oh, you make your way up here to the bus stop. Over dirt and gravel roads. Yeah, yes, this is the way it works. You picked up workers on the way up. Very good. Sell all vehicles on this then. Yes, get rid of it. Then we get a few extra workers up and maybe fill out the vacancies at the prisons, which I hope will increase this. This prison is good. -3% criminality they do in rehabilitation. Yeah, it's all changing now when I set it to medium. On hard, it was not doing so great. No, but yes, we should have a distribution office around here somewhere. That is the water treatment plant. This place is like the messiest thing I ever built, I think. This prison mountain thing. Oh, you don't have any free slots there on your to-do list. Is that so? I suppose we get ourselves another distribution office then. You can't have so many of those. You can't. A small one, and we place it here. Would make sense, kind of. It's a decent enough spot for it, but it was not within the reach of a substation for power. How can that be? Where do you get your power from? Over there. Okay, but I would prefer to have electricity, please. Maybe I don't care about electricity. The only thing that gives you is that you can bring fuel to the distribution office, but we have a gas station around here somewhere, so they can do it the old-fashioned way. Cargo and a distribution office is small. But it has electricity from up there, so we put it back. Yeah, there we go. Start with the road and get on with business. Let's see here, do you have workers on? Yeah, you actually bring a few each and every time. That's excellent. Is it warm enough? Yeah, it is warm enough that we can open up this prison too. There you go. But no, wait. We need the distribution office first. So that we can bring the supplies. That road is already finished. It goes very fast. I can build that thing, and we should get them a tanker truck to bring them some fuel heating oil to burn. Can use a distribution? No, we'll use a dedicated truck for this. Bum 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 bum. An oil tank, please. Do you believe it is? Yes, an oil tank. Yeah, I would have one of these. These are good. Nice and yellow and everything. This is where we keep the fuel, right? Yeah, this is where we keep the fuel. You go there, you load fuel, and then eventually you go to the heating plant once that's finished. Dum. Lots of buses waiting at the end station. Well, good sign, perhaps. Yes, now then we'll see if the population is steadily is increasing again. In case, and happiness is sort of increasing as well. Great. We'll put in a little. We'll ask for a notification when this road is finished, so that we can then get them working on the distribution office. We can even set the helicopters to start working on the distribution office immediately. And we have a little other type of work to do down around here. Because we have electricity here now, we have proper electricity here now, we have good electricity here now. The challenge is just to reorganize the distribution of it slightly. And here I have a switch, which we can take, hopefully, and bring power to the people. I don't know if we need quite this heavy gauge of wire, but we'll go with it. I'm gonna take it up the mountain here. Oops, you wanted to connect there. Skirt the outside of town with it a little bit. And there is the switch that I want to. It's built the wrong way around it. They always are. And of course I'm not really allowed. I am sort of allowed to take it through the cableway. Okay. There you go. Great. And then if you feed that into there. Yes, if you feed that into there, I think that this transformer, which is powering 1 whole megawatt, we're drawing from it. But then we can feed that from this end instead, and we can also, most importantly, I believe, work our way backwards here later on, because this line should then be possible to cut. Wherever it is that goes into this switch, which passes 8 megawatts currently. And if we, that's all I need to do really. If I remove this crappy one and replace it with a higher capacity one, then we should be all set for all time. And also put in another switch or two in between here, just for good measure, really. So we can take electricity other ways in case we'd want to at some point, but it's going to be in the way. We'll wait until they're finished with this one. The citizen happiness is too low, but it is what it is. I don't know what to do about it. If you look at the crimes here, it's been 156 murders at the shopping center. The hospital is not, though, so crime-stricken. But neither are the orphanages, but pretty much everywhere else it is just hopeless. And this, the police are not doing a whole lot better here on medium. No, but you need to give it a little bit of time to bed in or to do its thing. There's a traffic jam involving a police car. They're trying to get to the steel mill, but there are apparently trucks waiting here to load. 29 murders at steel mill. Could it be that you're without either coal or you're without iron? Okay. We can help you along with that a bit. We have a lot of iron ships standing around here, it would seem. We send you off to the steel mill right now. Then the next question is when we'll run out of coal, because I don't think that we're mining a whole lot of coal now that the town of Utopia is so incredibly poor off. There's a coal boat, 7,000 tons of coal on it. That's it, really. This is not a coal boat. No, that's a crop boat. Well, cheers indeed. Is the population increasing or is it going down? I don't think it's visible on the graph quite yet, but did we see here on the graph what actually happened during the winter when on hard? Yeah, we did. That's where we started, you know. Yes, it didn't go great. We got some escapes. Death rate went down though. Now, okay, but okay, what's that when we switched to medium? Yes, it might well have been. Birth rate is not affected though, but the death rate is, and escape rate is. So on total, this ought to give an increase in the population. We were down to 55,500 and we're up to 55,900. Yes, making fantastic progress. Hasn't that road been finished yet? To the thing. What's that? To the distribution office up on Prison Mountain. What? They finished the road to the heating plant in like no time at all. Really? They have finished it, and they have also finished the actual distribution plant, the distribution office. Should we go with the eastern vehicles this time? Yeah, we do that. We do reasonable sized things. LZ 100s, sure. A few of those. And also a few refrigeration trucks. Like these, sure. 1, 2, 2. 2 is good. You go there and there you load like what they need. Unload what they need. There we go. Now we can open up this prison. The temperature in the building is too low, but it's 19 degrees outside, so I don't think it's too bad. And it's the 19th of April, so well, wear a sweater or something. This heating plant is about to be done. Very good. Yeah, I'm not going to stop at 20 minutes this evening because we need to see how this develops, and you don't get a whole lot done in 20 minutes. Citizens' happiness is too low again. Yes. Now you go there and you unload and you wait until you are unloaded. Just sit around there and let them burn your load. There you go, we have plenty of wardens already. Building is without power supply. Oh, that too. Scheisse. Did I not look at anything when placing down this thing? No, I think I mostly looked at where would it fit and where would it also be sort of reachable from where people actually live. And this is the place I came up with. And not a whole lot else was taken into consideration, it would appear. But we do have a transformer down there, so there is plenty of good electricity available to us. Just we pulled a cable down there. There you go. There's lots of these notifications about citizens' happiness being too low. I'm hoping that it turns itself around. Here now, I'm going to have to set it to easy even. Yeah, this is hopeless. Yeah, they can't get food, they can't visit the pub or tavern, or they can't do anything. And the problem is not that I don't have a pub or tavern for them, and the problem is neither that I don't have any alcohol for them, I have that too. The problem is that everyone is at 30% productivity. I mean everyone, every single person. There was one with 40%. And that every single one is at 30%. And at this rate, we don't stand much of a chance, do we? Oh right, that's the thought I also had. If we do, if we go into the list of towns here and do all the map, and if we forbid citizens to move into all citizens except for utopia and the capital, which is where we really need and want the inflow of good, healthy people. Hopefully, maybe that will help a little bit. Anyway, it could, right? You see what I'm thinking? I'm thinking, for example, all the orphans here, when they reach the age of adulthood, they need to live somewhere. You're 19, so it will take you a while before you're 21. Let's see if we can find one that is ready-baked. You're almost ready-baked. You have a university degree, you're 83% happy, your government loyalty is terrible. But yeah, let's have a look what happens to you. For example, you ought to move to either Utopia or the capital. 17. I'm mostly quite young here. There's another 20-year-old. We can wait for these two to get around to. All have university degrees. Very good. And there, the heating plant is up and running. You should no longer be cold. However, you are without power supply still. But with 25 wardens and 2 prisoners, I think they'll manage without the lights on for the time being. 56,390 something. Well, it is increasing population, and this is also the productivity increasing. That's really the most important bit. Yes, it is most definitely increasing. Question is though, is it increasing in Utopia? I don't know. Or in the capital for that matter. Maybe not. We will see. It's getting a little bit worn here, the Workers and Resources soundtrack. I've been playing it now for like 2,800 hours or something. So I know these tunes pretty well by now. But it's a very good soundtrack for the fitting for the game and so on, but it gets a bit worn. But then again, the copyright system being what it is, I've tried in the past playing other types of music, but it always ends up in a very depressing situation where the video is usually unpublishable or unviewable or undistributable or whatever you call it. Yeah, it's copyright. Yeah, I had to write my own music, I suppose then. Yeah, but I could, or maybe not, but I could record some tunes. But it's most likely not anything you'd like to hear. I think we'll skip on that. But yeah, you did move to the People's Proletarian Petroleum Prefecture proper, the capital. Very good. Your happiness is 66%. Your government loyalty is 18%, and your average productivity is 50%. It's not really the result I was hoping for with this. I was sort of more hoping that we'd get fresh blood into the capital, Utopia. You're working at an orphanage. You grew up at one and you're working at one. Your lifespan is only 47. Maybe you should go and see a doctor. 48 now. Visit doctor is what you want to do, right? I hope that you succeed in doing just that. And where did you also move to PvP proper? You're a lot happier. Your government loyalty is terrible, but you're a lot happier, and your productivity is also significantly better. You went to the bus stop. You managed to visit the doctor, and your lifespan is now up to 49. Great. And now you're managing to shop here for yourself for the very first time. Yeah, we brought you up well in the orphanage, didn't we? And this is how you thank us, by 20% government loyalty. What's that supposed to be about? I don't know. How do you think the power line is coming along? I think it's coming along great. Let's go see. Yes, it is in fact coming along great because it's finished. Yeah, and if we do this, we look at this one, and then we what to say, thank you. If we cut this, we should still have, whoops, the hell, how did that happen? That is the power line not finished all the way, maybe? Oh, it's not actually connected to anything. I see. But the cable car is still running somehow, so you can be without power for a little bit then until we fix this. Okay, I see what's happened here. It's very good. That isn't very good neither. Yeah, but just about as. But I want you to grab on that one and hook it up to that one. There you go. Now we need to bring in helicopters for that bit, and we can use the locals for this bit. Yes, and now you're without power supply, and you'll get even happier by being without power supply, I'd imagine. Yes, but I'll remove this power line, and as I said, replace it with a heavier gauge wire to indicate that this is now there we go. Don't even need to replace it really. I don't need to, but I should. And I should also put in another switch here for good measure, as we said. Put it there, same, there, and then do a little bit of these, there, yes. I could pull this cable down to here, that would be lovely maybe, or not necessary because we're at 8 megawatts now in the night time, so there should be plenty of overhead to expand on. Now there is I found a pretty interesting mod for the tourist mountain here. Although it is pretty damned expensive to build, to say the very least. It's here tourism, and where was it? It was. There it is. The Eiffel Tower. It needs flat terrain. And you can have it up here, but it's not going to do it much good there. But and around here we don't have enough of the flat terrain. Here we do sort of have enough of the flat terrain, but the road is slightly in the way. Would I like to remove the road? No, I would not like to remove the road. But there we can hold the left mouse button to flatten terrain. Okay. I just want to tack this on here, not like do a nice little park around it or anything. I don't even know if I want to build this. Look at the amount of material it takes. I just need to flatten out a bit of the terrain around it in case we would like a little park or something, a footpath around it people could walk and such. Yes, but it's taking forever because there's solid granite that the excavators are trying to excavate away. You need dynamite. There. 2,300 tons of concrete, 500 tons of gravel. Okay, well that's manageable. 7,300 tons of steel. How many years does it take us to make that amount of steel? The economy and trade, domestic production and consumption. Last year was not a good year for us, but still. Well, it's a bit more than our total output of steel in 1 year. That sounds like a decent challenge then. Yes. We can start with road, and then we'll see what happens. If we have a ship that we use for getting steel down here, we could maybe send it for a refill. This one seems to usually carry 1,200 tons of steel. This carries even more. Where is it that we have the steel? There we have some steel. Lots of it, yes. I think that this ship is actually quite full. This one is not so full, and yeah, we can send that one away. Do we have enough cement to make? Yes, we do. You see, how many? We have 2,800 tourists in the nation now. That's not a record by any means. No, that's almost poor. Why is? Are they not liking it here anymore? Maybe. Average trip score 3.2, 3.1. Oh, that's good enough. But yeah, we've had our difficulties here. We even had a while where there wasn't any water to drink. But the pub's open. And the beer is great. And you're on vacation, so what the hell? I tried so hard to get so many tourists in, and now we don't have that many tourists. You keep going on about all these things. Who the hell cares? I don't know, but now they're starting to run out of juice here, as they're out of power. Not good. Oil-related vehicles are there. Yeah, there's a bus heading for the building with 6 workers on board, but there's 236 workdays remaining to finish this construction. So we'd need another bus, if you wouldn't mind. This is actually a little bit dangerous that these are without fuel, as this chemical plant is pretty damn important for keeping them in drinking water in long term. Yes, and you're not going to make it on this shift, so you need to send more workers. Yeah, I'm pretty confident. But I suppose I'll just have to concede to running it at a medium and or easy. I could even run it at easy and we'll get through it quicker. Be able to turn it back on hard. But it's not possible to turn it back on hard at this moment. You see, the crime is out of control here as well. The crime is out of control absolutely everywhere. And here, yeah, this is a small police station. We don't have any more staff. And the productivity for everyone is pretty much terrible here as well. So I don't know if we'll ever get through this. Yeah, turn it to easy then. Now you realize you should send another bus. Great. road is as usual a bit bumpy and twisty. That's how it goes. It's pretty nice here, skirting the mountain and the river. If it is a river, it is not flowing, and it is the same level all over the place. So it's not a river really. It's more like the sea making intrusions into our land. Okay, this time then, will you finish it? Oh, there's one more. This is the last one, right? I think so. Ba-bum, ba-bum. There you go. Now buses are happy again. And you people have electricity back. Not that it's making you any happier. Oh, you're miserable. What? You're completely miserable. This is starting to take its toll on me here now. I'm getting a little bit annoyed. But this is really supposed to be this damn difficult to get out of a bad situation. The courts, they have like more or less nothing to do because the police can't get any work done. Turn it to easy then. You know what? I think I'm going to. Am I? No, but this is definitely trending upwards. This is not trending upwards as sharply as it was in the beginning, but it is trending upwards. But that is because in certain towns, such as here in Järn, we have like very good productivity, 105%. That's completely decent. But then in important places, such as the capital and Utopia, it's so goddamn poor that we can't even get the stats out of the City Hall accounting office. Now we can. Yeah, but it is 52%. 52%. So we might have 7,708 workers. Yes, working arms and legs. But effectively, we have half that amount. As in the amount of work that we actually get out of them. It's a little bit sad. And also this overlay with all the murders, that is also quite depressing to look at. 145 murders at a shopping center, 30 at a pub, 40 at the bus platform. I mean, this is a very dangerous place to live. No wonder that you're depressed. 62 citizens were unable to visit the pub or tavern. Yeah, but just get your crap together here. How difficult can it be? You don't even have to charge your guests, you know, it's free. They just come in, say beer, pivo, or pivo, I don't know what it is in. I don't even know what language they speak here. I think they say öl. And they say, ja, inga problem, kompis, kamrat. Varsågod, tack ska du ha. And then they drink. Skål, they say. 20 workers in the electrical components factory. That's wonderful. We should have this. Yes, there's a distribution office here. This one. You should load electrical components from this warehouse. Load electrical components there, but keep them. Let them have 10% stored away. Fabric factory is also not. We're running low on clothing at this point, as the fabric factory can't quite keep up with the productivity being what it is. These trains aren't as filled as they're supposed to. 219. I mean, there's supposed to be 500 on each of these. 124. Oh, god damn it. No, but I think I have to leave it at this, and leave it at this setting and see if it clears up or not. I mean, if this crime situation doesn't get resolved, if there is absolutely no chance of getting out of this, I don't know what to do. And it seems to me that I mean, the chance of solve is like nothing on most of the things. You know. Anyway, there is also another thing to do here, and that is to fix up their water supply a little bit, because this is all wrong. This is the first thing I did, and we're using these manned wells, which are rubbish. Quite rubbish. At least we're keeping the water tower filled. But I mean, out here, for example, or maybe out here even. What if what sort of yield or quality would we get from a water well here? The pollution of source is only 4% here. That's magnificent. And how many would you need? And how many would I need? No, I don't know. We can look at, even if we look at the overlay that tells us the flow of water, you can see that it flows now 120 cubic meters per workday through the water tower. But that's when the buildings are like a third occupied. Yes, so we'd flow like 3 times that amount, maybe. So should we need like 500 cubic meters per workday if Utopia is filled up, if it ever will be filled up again? Perhaps. Yes, but this was a good place to have them. Small water well. Now we put in a few of these. But then again, you can only do, wait a minute now. These do 70 cubic meters per workday apiece. So that's 210. I need 500, you said. That means I'm going to need like 2 water towers. Or something. Yep. Whatever. We start off with a couple of these. A quintet. Now a 4, 5. A quintet then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that... it might be enough. I'm not sure. I do a little road. Can even pave the road. There, and you're also going to need a little bit of this stuff, the electricity. Yes. Like there, and we pull a little cable here. Alongside the road for a while, and then we take off in a different direction. I see now the transformer is this way. of course cross it over another wire, so there is extra clear if we ever need to come back to it for any reason whatsoever. Okay, yes, helicopters to do the substation, why not? And there is a little bit of pipe work and stuff to be done as well, but I'm thinking how much is it that one of these actually can do per workday? I still am not. Water treatment big. Maximum production per workday 300 cubic meters of water. Okay. 300. Yes, and we got more out of those pumps because I put down 5 pumps. 5 times 7 is 350 cubic meters then. Yes, and that is provided that you can keep it like fully staffed, which is not maybe very likely that it's going to happen. But I think if we do something like this, we put one of these here water towers. This great this mod water tower, like there. Can't hook up all of this to it. No, and even if you could, well, what we'll do then is we'll put down yet another water well, small, for the sake of a symmetry. There, and we'll have 2 of these. One here and one here. I go underground and we connect a little bit of piping. Same thing here. There, and then where we take it from there is really a later decision. There's a little bit of thinking that has to be done about how to go about this. We can pipe it from those water towers into the 2. We have 2 existing water treatment plants after all. You do 10 cubic meters per workday with 10 work. Okay, whatever. But then I would also like them to maybe replace this one, or put but we can pardon me, this water well we can remove later on once once those are finished out there. Yes. Then we can remove this one and maybe put in one of these here newfangled things here. Yes, I think that will do it. And then somehow relay the piping towards the town. Yeah, we're approaching 60,000 again, population. Average productivity in the nation of 83%. Great. But that is when we have water in these that will get to that, I think. And then, then we pipe that into these damn things again. They have 4 inputs each. But we have 6 outputs. Yeah, I suppose we take 2 from each water tower then into... No. We take 3 pipes from each tower into these here treatment plants. And then pump it up to maybe 2 other towers up here once we remove this and flatten this out a bit. But I can't be without this one because then the town will die. Yeah, well, you can fix that. You know, you can have what shall we call it? One of those technical services that is distributing water. Here we have a technical services, but that is busy with snow plowing, and I think that we want all the snow plows right there. I don't think that there is a way that we can fit another one of these in here. It's very close, but it's not going to happen. Very, very, very close, but it's not quite. Where could we fit this then? I really want it sort of, if not central, then at least where it will reach a lot of stuff. Yeah, out here would be a great place, at least, except that it can't be built underneath power cables. What about actually cramming it in here then somewhere? I think you could. Yes, if we remove a little bit of this road that is not used by anyone very often. And we could do a technical services here. There. And we even do a bit of paved road to it. There we go. And we also need a water loading station for this stuff. How do we do that? I think that the way you want to do it is you take it out of let's look underground. There is one pipe pumping stuff up to water tower, and you have multiple outputs, do you not? Yes, you do. Yes, see if you can place the water loading station, what they call it, first. Water loading, unloading station. I can't be built due to infrastructure. Oh, really? You know, I would never have guessed. Well, we could dig a pipe and have it sort of close-ish to the technical services, maybe, like here. Yeah, but I don't. It might be slightly difficult to get the road hooked up here. We shall see about that. Yeah, no, not necessarily. Yes, but this is probably going to not be completely impossible. Yes, it is going to be completely impossible. Right then. Oh, it has to be possible. See if we can get it past here first and foremost. Aha. Building, come on. So very close. I did see a green. Give me that green. Give me the green. Thank you. Too sharp a turn. I can amend at 2. Here you go. Now we do that as a paved road as well. Yes, and then we need a little pump. A small pumping station. Should probably be enough. Small pumping station. Water well, water treatment plant, water loading, unloading. A small water pumping station. Yes. Put it here. Put it here. Put it wherever the hell you like. Yeah, sure. Here. What is that? That's like a sewage place, I think. There, and then we take a pipe from the treatment plant into the pump, and from the pump to this place. You're not going to do it quite that easily. There we go. Now we might be able to crash the game, if nothing else. 1 hour on the dot. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for watching the People's Proletarian Petroleum Prefecture. Good night.